So I'm right here with the Pink Gorilla. Pink Gorilla, thank you for allowing me to interview you.
Thank you.
So I was looking at your YouTube channel.
Okay.
Because I wanted to see, I wanted to learn more about you, right? So I could write down some questions.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Right? And I seen some boxing in there. I think Michigan.
Right.
I seen some films that you came out, like commercials.
Right.
I seen, what else did I see? I seen the DMT, of course. I think that's the one.
Right. You know, life's a journey. I mean, we can go box ourselves into a safe space, or we can go out and venture and grow as a human being to like I said, grow as a human being, I guess is what sums it up.
Yeah. Okay. So, you were telling me right now. I'm not sure if that was like the backstory of how you got here to Slab City.
Well, you know, I've searched for a home because I don't seem to fit into what some call Babylon, the outside world, society, and Slab City was a place I searched for my whole life. I never felt home anywhere else except Slab City, because to me Slab City is the island of misfit toys. You know, no matter how, you know, it's almost like a free range funny farm for the feral. You know, there just seems to be a different vibe of human here. The best and worst that humanity has to offer is here, as far as every aspect of existence. The best and worst is here. But as far as the people, like I said, they're kind of.
Go ahead.
You know, you grow by interacting with people that are out of your comfort zone. You know, if you have, you know, a certain type of friend and you only associate with them, you know. But like I said, you grow the more you interact and the more you live with people that aren't what you're used to. And you get a lot of that here. You will grow on every level, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. You'll grow here. You'll become the best or the worst that you can be, depending on the influences you let come into this vessel that I've taken for this plane we're on.
Okay, so
I hope I didn't.
No, that's fine. No, that's fine. You were mentioning that about you. Who was your friend that his wife left them?
Well, yes. I mean, I left Slab City for a couple months.
Oh, that's when you came here.
Well, what it was is, yeah. Well, no. That was just a few weeks ago. There was a friend of mine. He invited me to visit while I was on the other side of the country, and his brother-in-law was very depressed, and had never, like, his wife had just left him since high school, and he was 60, and he was very depressed, very suicidal. So I felt it was my duty there, good beautiful word, to be there for him, because in my philosophy of existence I had no choice, because he's just me in another incarnation. Just as you are, just as everyone's seeing this is. We're all just drops of drops in an ocean of consciousness, to sum it up. I am you and you are me and we are all together, as the Beatles said. And that's truly what I believe. You know, everything is energy in a speck and a frequency of energy. And whatever the source is, God or the universe, or whatever you want to call it, the matrix, somehow it is self-realizing or tricking itself to be. Because what if there is only one, and one is everything? Wouldn't one get bored with nothing? One would have to, like, put itself into an amnesia state or something and trick itself, you know, or something, or maybe it's like once you've, a philosophy I heard is once you've lived every single life that's ever lived, you will have learned everything, and then you evolve and get to come out of this shell, egg, or whatever that we're in. You know, that's you know.
Mm-hmm. So you want to go help your?
Yeah, like I said, because he's just me. Whenever I help someone else or do something good for someone else, I'm just thinking, I'm hooking myself up in another life.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, I mean, because you touched on the DMT thing. DMT shows you the whole universe because you're only gone for 5 minutes, but it seems when you're there like you lived 100 lifetimes. And you were given all the knowledge of existence. You don't come back with it all, but as much as your brain can comprehend, you come back with, and it's overwhelming. And what I got from it is, like I said, we're all just each other. Just a different version of each other, a different skin suit with different emotional factors and different environmental factors that mold who we are. You know? So I did some acting in Hollywood. They touched on, and that's what it is. It's almost like you play the role, you play a part. You know, the comedian Chris Rock says, you never meet people, you meet the representative, the mask they put on, basically, to give you security, to your comfort zone, you know, so that you can not be afraid, to not be vulnerable. There's a better word.
Okay.
You know, and most of us never want to leave ourselves vulnerable. But the most powerful and deep, in touch human beings make themselves very vulnerable, because by baring their soul,
by being transparent.
There you go. Another good word. Yes, sir.
Okay, so if I'm correct, are you from Michigan?
I am. I'm from the suburbs south of Detroit.
Okay.
You know,
So are you a Detroit Lions fan? You're not into football?
I don't watch any sport. I never have.
You never have? Okay.
No, because I feel that there's spectators in life and there's participants in life.
Okay.
Now, do you want to watch TV or live a story that's worthy of TV?
Well, that's what I'm doing right here.
You know, I mean, write a book, paint a painting, do something with your creative energy.
Take an interview of Pink Gorilla.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. So, so you're from Detroit, Michigan. What exactly brought you all across the nation to Slab City?
Well, my family was a car company family, Motown. Both my parents were retired auto workers, and then my brother was, and my sister's husband was. You know, it was just that's the kind of, you know, societal factors that mold who we are. And it never, I didn't want to be a debt slave. I didn't want to chase, it didn't seem that it stems from my father, actually. My father never seemed happy. And so in my head I thought, I was a child, and I thought, if Dad never seems happy, instinctively I want to do the opposite of what he did in his life that made him so unhappy. Because I want to be happy. Happy feels good, especially when you make other people happy. You know, we all like to make people laugh when no one wants to be laughed at. Like yesterday, I thought someone was laughing at me, because sometimes people laugh at the whole pink thing, and they were laughing at. I thought they were laughing at me, and all of a sudden I realized they were doing jumping jacks. It was a good friend of mine. She was excited to see me back, and she was just laughing, just that I was back out of joy. Yeah, yeah. So that kind of thing. We all, you know, I like I said, I think that the lower vibrational frequencies, such as anger and sadness and fear, hold us back and make us less able to grow, make us less able to fly. Because first we crawl, then we walk, then we run, then we fly, and most of us never open our third eye to be able to fly. And I do believe that experience on DMT, the ego death, when I realized there is no me, I'm no more important than anyone else. So just as Christ taught us in the Bible, if you have 2 cloaks or 2 pieces of clothing and someone has none, you give. And that doesn't just go for a cloak, that goes for everything. If I love you as my brother and I have $2 and you have no dollars, now we both have $1. That's, you know, one hand is supposed to wash the other. You know, a one-hand person never gets his hand washed, you feel me? So if you're so individualistic that you are basically a one-armed man having everybody wash their hand and never washing their hand back.
Okay.
Again, it's empowerment, how we empower ourselves. I think I'm at a stage in my life where I've like you said, you touched on some of the things I've done. Yes, I've been a fighter, I've been an actor, I've been a writer. I have my own blues album. I have a film company, Pink Gorilla Films, where it started with making music videos of all my songs, and then little things I created, and some comedy, and then it got more into documentary type things. I got a bobcat on a cactus and got millions of people saw it. They even send me a check every month now, for $50 or something over something silly like that, but but
that's cool.
It is cool. I played a cop on TV, a show called Unusual Suspects.
I seen
that. I was
that.
in Hollywood. I did 3 years in Hollywood and 3 years in Vegas. God, it was part of the journey, man. You get to a place where you take in as much of that place as you had enough. Sometimes it's a week, a day, a month, a year, 10 years. I never felt home because everywhere there was classism, where everyone was wanting to judge on how much you're worth and how you dress or whatever. And everyone's trying to outdo each other. The Jones versus the Smiths. My lawn's better, my car's better, my wife's hotter, or whatever. It's all a competition, like you said, touch on sports. I never was about competition. People don't agree with this, but I kind of liked watching little kids soccer because little kids soccer, remember, they didn't keep score. It was just for the fun. In the back of their